Audio is up. Go to your phone in 3, 2.
What are you doing? Hold on.
1.
Don't go live.
Go to your phone.
Go to my phone.
Here we go.
For a video?
What? Yeah,
you said go to my phone?
Let me see how I sound on the Mac. Ooh. I need to turn myself up. Outside of that, you sound good.
All right, let me see the image. Did you make the...
It's on. I'm
here a little bit
live.
smaller?
I'm live.
Did you make it a little bit smaller?
I don't know. Go look. I don't know.
How the fuck am I supposed to go look?
Don't cuss while I'm on YouTube. Jesus Lord.
Are you live right now?
I said... Oh, Commentary Khalil. What up, my dude? What up? What up? What up?
You're the worst at telling somebody when.
I told you when. I even counted it down. We're arguing. We're arguing on YouTube.
Yes, we're definitely arguing.
Bro, it sounds good. I'm excited.
Yeah, right.
I can actually turn you up a little bit. But I turn myself up.
Turn me up some. All right.
Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that. Let me turn up my man Darnell a little bit. It's not really coming into the mic as much as I thought.
I knew it wouldn't be, but...
That's weird.
It's another...
Dude, Jake Paul almost got KO. Hello. What's up? Bridechell stuff. Oh, you figured it out on the green screen. Yes, I did, baby. Appreciate you watching. Baby, let me know how my audio is. Because we are here for Jake Paul calling out Tim Tebow. Right here. I got it.
Hold on. Carl.
Yeah.
What kind of intro?
Oh.
See, this is why black folks... What kind of unprofessional nonsense? Let's go. I'll do some theme music. Bum, 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 bum. All right, you intro you, then intro me.
Sounds good.
This is professional.
Okay. So, welcome back to another episode with Straight Outta Content. This is really going to probably morph into the Straight Outta Content show. You guys don't know, before I used to have the Straight Outta Content podcast. I'm probably going to transform it into the Straight Outta Content show. And today, I have a special guest. I have the one and only Darnell Coon Stevens right there above me, my big cousin. Say hello to the people.
That was the best introduction I've had in my entire life.
Bojack, no, this is what I'm afraid of. Oh.
Hello, everyone. Darnell Mitchell, back to Annoy Your Podcast.
Darnell Mitchell? What happened to your last name?
I usually don't say that.
Oh.
What I go by. But thank you.
There's layers to this onion, folks. There's layers. We got to peel them back.
Wow. This is going to be good, people. Here we go.
But just to let you guys know, the reason why I'm having Darnell here is because even though we're not talking about MMA, he is the antithesis. Is that how you say it, Darnell?
I found you.
You found me on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Great. Yes. So he is... Like, not, okay, here's expert, here's analyst, right? People who don't do it. He's done it. Like I said, I don't know if you guys seen my live when we had him on speakerphone, but...
I just reported you.
You recorded me?
I reported you.
You're a hoe if you reported me. You
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's overselling, folks. I would say I'm an enthusiast.
But a serious enthusiast.
There we go.
Because you do...
There we go.
Yes or no?
Yes, mildly. Like, not very much. Not very much.
You have an extensive martial arts background, correct?
It's all right. It's all right. You're upselling. I've taken a little of this, taken a little of that. It's whatever. I'm not going to get on here and proclaim to be an expert. I'm just a fan. But I do have eyeballs, ladies and gentlemen. And I can see when people can't throw a punch and when people are all I can see is really what it is. And a lot of people can't see. They're caught up in the hype.
Turn your comments on your phone so that you can respond to the comments as well.
I think everyone watching, you're all watching because you also can see. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you can see through. Carl's a bit of a mark. He believes. But I told you what was going to happen.
Yo, it's funny. Shelly sat right there on that couch when I was talking to you, when I was setting everything up. She was like, I remember Darnell saying that he was going to fight a football player next. I was like, really? I said, when the hell did he say that? She said,
yes, because it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
How? Explain how it makes sense. Please explain to the people how it makes sense.
Carl, he's boxing everyone in the world except for a boxer. Okay, so let's get into it. We're talking about Jake Paul, ladies and gentlemen, obviously. So let me know what first happened, because I didn't know any of this about him retiring and all. I wasn't following.
Perfect. So you look at my screen, and like I said, I'll take you back to when he actually retired, which is August 30th. Is it loading or is it frozen?
No, you're good.
Oh, no, it took a little while to load. Okay, so these are right here. If you look at my screen, you see these are the conditions for the Tyron Woodley fight if he wants another one. But right here, August 30th, retired boxer. Then yesterday, I went live, and he said, I'm coming out of retirement.
Oh, my God.
He said, I'm coming out of retirement. Then today, 4 hours ago, Tim Tebow, and he added Tim Tebow. Oh, snap, I didn't mean to click that, and I didn't mean to get out of you. Let me bring you back up. Boom. Here we go. Oh, Tim Tebow, I think it's time for you to get into boxing. That's what he said.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That makes sense for him to call out of all the football players in the world. Why Tim Tebow?
Because half those guys would whoop his ass.
You can't.
You haven't caught on to what he's doing.
You got to be careful.
He's boxing everyone except for a boxer.
Well, we know that. Like, we know that, but why call out him? He could have called out another UFC guy.
No, because here's the problem. In his last one, see, Ben Askren gave him a false sense of confidence because everybody knows Ben Askren wants to grab you. All right? So he has no striking at all. With Tyron, he thought the same thing. Same weight class, but Tyron is old and washed up. But what he didn't count on is that old man's strength. And Tyron's not a good boxer, but he did hit him. And then he was like, wait a minute. If this can happen, this can happen.
I talked about that.
That means I can pick any old guy and he could still crack me. So he's like, let's not even play in that park anymore.
Okay.
Which all that tells me is he knows, which we all know, that Tyron could have knocked him out. He could have won. The only one who doesn't know that is Tyron, because he thinks he did win.
Don't go into that yet, because they're going to ask a question.
All right.
Don't go into that. Just kind of keep a mental note. Don't go into that part yet. So my question to you is, because I said this yesterday on my live yesterday, I said Jake Paul needs to look good in his next fight because he was this close to getting knocked out in this fight. And if he keeps treading on them waters, he's going to get smoked, and then it's going to be too late. The whole tree is going to come falling down, and he's going to go into depression and start using drugs.
I mean, I doubt that. I think this is calculated because at any moment, if he had a loss to Tyron, he loses nothing. So same thing. At any moment, he knows this can come to an end.
You think Jake Paul is mentally strong enough at 24 years old to have a knockout loss after all the trash he's talked? I mean, you know how fighters are after. Think about it. CTE.
He's not a fighter. He's not a fighter. All you're asking me is if a 24-year-old punk can get knocked out and keep living his life. He's rich. He'll be fine. There'll be a girl blowing him an hour later.
You got to watch what you say.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There shouldn't be children watching this. This isn't 18 and up. What is happening?
Listen. Okay, so we got a question. I'm going to get to your question. Commentary Caleb, I'm going to get to your question. Just give me 1 second, because this is a huge argument yesterday in the live that Jake Paul isn't a fighter. I say Jake Paul is a celebrity fighter. The reason why I believe he's a fighter is because the Jean-Claude Van Dammes, the Michael Jai Whites, the Steven Seagals, the Jackie Chans, the Jet Lees, the Bruce Lees, the Jason Stathams. Hold on. The Jason Stathams, none of them have ever one time, let alone 4 or 5, in different competition going up each one, none of them have ever tested their skills professionally. That's a fact.
Carl,
So
Jean-Claude Van Damme had pro kickboxing matches.
No.
Yes, he fucking did. Jason Statham was like an Olympic diver.
I'm cutting you
Why
off.
are you comparing Jackie
cuss on
Chan,
YouTube.
who would Jackie Chan would throw himself off a building? You're comparing a martial arts movie legend to Jake
No, you claim that Jake wasn't
Paul?
a fighter. You said he's not a fighter. Well,
He's
if you
not.
compete professionally multiple times, how are you even? Because there's levels of fighting.
Carl,
How
no,
is he not
no,
a
no,
fighter?
no. If he boxes, okay, maybe he's a fighter. He's a tough kid.
No,
He's a fighter.
I'm not saying that.
There's a fighter in all of us.
No,
Go, girl. But let me ask you a question,
I'm not saying he's
Carl.
good. I'm saying
Let me ask you a question.
Term fighter. Is
He
a
a
fighter,
boxer?
Yes or no?
Is he a boxer?
No, he's not a boxer because he doesn't compete against boxers. But I believe
Okay.
he is a fighter because he competes professionally and or amateurly.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Could he win in a fight against Tyron Woodley?
Did he win in a? He beat Tyron Woodley.
Could he win in a fight?
No, we can't. Darnell, we can't.
Well, you're
ask
talking
Styles.
about fighting and boxing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Darnell, we can't ask Styles because you know and I know that you can't say, well, is Floyd Mayweather really that good when you got guys in his weight class in the UFC and they would smoke
No.
him? We can't
No.
say that. Okay, so that erases you asking
I'm
me.
saying if you're talking about what it is to be a fighter, just on me outside looking in, I would say Floyd Mayweather's a fighter, okay? Meaning, if you step to him the wrong way, you might be in a fight. You think Jake Paul's a fighter?
I believe, oh yeah.
You think if you step to Jake Paul, he would fight you and not have his security?
Well,
Like,
hold
he's
on,
not a
hold on,
fighter.
hold on.
There's no fight in him.
Hold on,
That's
hold
why
on,
he took
hold
these
on.
matches.
Hold on. How many times has, even though he's attacked you, but there's a reason why somebody like Floyd Mayweather walks around with that much security to handle his business. So if you have millions of dollars, Darnell, I doubt that once you get to a certain success in life, you're gonna just walk around the earth and just be like, nah, I can fight, so I'm willing to risk that. Break somebody's jaw, then I gotta pay for the medical bill.
No. You would think that. But I'm not a fighter. Okay, I've got a pretty unrattled brain. We all know that the richest fighters, it doesn't matter. They'll punch you in the face.
No, they won't.
Pro athletes in general. I'm just saying, Jake Paul, there's no fight in him. It's all an act. He's not a fighter. It's an act.
Darnell.
If you listen to him talk, he's a dork with a lisp, and no knocking that.
Darnell.
You can be that,
He
but he
went 8
rehearses and
rounds.
says everything that fighters say. He's
Okay.
not a fighter.
Oh, so what constitutes him as a, like, what level does he have to cross to become a fighter?
I'll put it like this. The same way the judge spoke about pornography in America when they ruled whether it was legal or not. I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. All right. Jake Paul's not a fighter, and you know that. You look at him, you could see him bopping down the street, and you would be like, who's this? What is this clown doing? He's not a fighter. It's an act. All right. It's an act, and it's a good act because he's got people like you talking about it like he's not faking. But let me ask you a question. If he came at you sideways, what would happen, man? Come on, man. Be real. After seeing what you saw, what would happen?
I'd have to really watch out for his right hand. I'd have to his timing on his right hand is only going to get better the more time he continues to put into the gym.
He doesn't have the heart to do that because he's not a fighter.
Oh, listen. You didn't answer me what constitutes a fighter. That's fine. We'll let that slide.
I don't know.
I going into the fight, I had Tyron, you had Jake, right? I seen Jake box.
No, see, I didn't have Jake.
Hold on. I seen Jake box for 8 rounds, moving well. You agree. No, Darnell.
No.
Darnell.
No. What did I text you during the fight? What did I text you?
Darnell.
After watching that, I was like, I would box both of them.
Did Jake Paul outbox Tyron Woodley?
Yes, he did.
Okay, pause right there. Stop right there. So that's in the books. Jake Paul entered an 8-round fight, professional, on a record, with Tyron Woodley and outboxed him. You agree? I agree. Right?
You should have gone to law school because you're doing what lawyers do. You're like, yes, he outboxed Tyron Woodley, but apparently a baby could outbox Tyron Woodley, so it means nothing. But you're omitting that. This is Law and Order, Blackbeard edition.
So you're saying your logic is, regardless of win, lose, or draw, fighting Tyron Woodley in a boxing match and winning does not constitute you as a fighter. That's what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
So if you
hold on. I can answer earlier. Fighters in general want to test themselves.
Okay.
They want to get better. They want to prove themselves. It's a competition. Some of them are assholes, excuse the language, and just want to beat somebody up. They usually wash out. They're usually dedicated, and something is driving them to fight, to win the competition. That's why they want to take on the best and beat the best.
Kristen Zamores. What's up? Go ahead, keep going.
Jake, to me, doesn't strike me as someone who wants to push himself take on the best and beat the best.
Why
am I wrong?
Hold on. Why?
Counselor.
Hold on.
Counselor.
No, that's horrible.
Am I wrong?
That's horrible. Because
objection.
That's horrible because you're forcing that on anybody who competes when we know there's third strings for a reason. There's lower tier journeyman boxers for a reason who just do it for a paycheck.
Yeah, and they wanted at one point to beat the best. They just couldn't.
No.
So you're telling me he's a journeyman? He's just doing it for a paycheck?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Okay. So he's just like, he's a journeyman fighter. That's all he can do. Hard nosed, not very good. He's just going to keep grinding it for a paycheck, take the lumps. You're telling me he's Matt Murdock's father.
I don't know who the hell that is. Oh,
Daredevil. He's Daredevil's father. He's just be out there fighting for a check. That's what you're telling me?
Well,
Jake Paul.
Them checks look pretty
He's a troll. He's a troll. That's all he's doing.
Darnell, you control without getting punched in the face.
Yeah. And he managed to do that for the first 2 fights. 3 fights even. This last fight he got punched, which is why he's switching up how he trolls.
Listen,
good for him.
All I'm saying is, if you compete against Tyron Woodley in any type of fighting, at any age, a trained Tyron Woodley, we can confirm Tyron did train. What we cannot confirm, or what we already know is, like Michael Jai White just said, like we all seen in that Michael Jai White interview with DJ Vlad, he said, quote, that guy has the tools to do it. It's just which Tyron wants to show up. So it's a mental issue, not a
didn't show up. I said that. You can't count on him.
100% right. But what I'm saying is that's not Jake's issue. That's not Jake's problem.
No. And that's why he picked him. And good for him.
But what I'm saying is a trained 8-week Tyron Woodley is always deadly, and we got to see that. And the kid survived. And
not in the last 4 years. Not in the last 4 years. What? He hasn't been deadly in the last 4 years.
Hold on. He's deadly to regular people. He's deadly to lower class.
Hold on, let me ask you. Is Jake Paul superhuman?
No.
Because Tyron didn't knock him out. Like I said, after watching that, I would box Tyron Woodley. If you couldn't knock out Jake Paul, you can't knock me out. Are you kidding me? Did you watch it?
No, listen, you're 100% right. But
I'll box Tyron Woodley right now.
But you're taking...
I will not MMA fight him.
Now that the fight is over, because I asked you before the fight, who would you fight? Now that the fight is over, who would you fight first?
But I'd fight them both at the same time in a boxing match. It's crazy. Sir. It's crazy.
I'm sorry.
That was like 2 baby ducks flapping. It was crazy.
Sir, you have to answer either or.
Who would I fight first? Yeah. Obviously, Jake Paul, because I respect Tyron Woodley more, and I hate Jake Paul, and it would be a bigger payday.
You would get outboxed.
By Jake Paul? No, I wouldn't. After what I saw, no, I absolutely wouldn't.
I know.
I'm telling you right now. And I'm not even a good boxer. And it don't matter. Here's the thing that we saw.
You're the exact
same.
same.
Tyron.
You and Tyron are identical, except you're 2 inches taller.
And Tyron could have beat him and didn't. I told you.
And you're telling me once you get clipped in the face by one of those right hands, you're gonna have the same thought, like, oh snap.
I'd have the same thought Tyron had when he hit him, which is, boy, I'm gonna kill you. I hate Jake Paul, and Tyron did too. And he, for some reason, something about Tyron, and he even said it in one of his interviews. He thought about getting finished by Vicente Luque. So when he has you hurt, he's too cautious. Sometimes you just gotta kill a MFer. He had him. I'm
gonna tell you something, and you're gonna be like, "You're right."
Maybe.
These are facts. Everybody, right, thinks it's called respect. In boxing, the term is called he respects the other fighter too much. Mm-hmm. Tyron felt Jake's right hand. Mm-hmm. Hence why he didn't bum rush him. Happens to a lot of fighters. Everybody think, oh, Floyd can't hit. Oh, he's got brittle hands and stuff like that. Out of 50 fighters, only 3 that I know of fought him aggressively. 3. Because they realized they got hit with a jab. It was like, oh.
Carl,
it's different.
Are you telling me Tyron Woodley boxed when he put his hands up and just started wide walking?
Tyron Woodley in 8 rounds felt enough of Jake's punches to not run in on him. So from the outside,
you have boxed better than him?
You gotta let me finish my point. Tyron Woodley felt enough of Jake's shots.
Your point is butt cheeks.
Felt enough of Jake's shots, right? To earn his respect, to be like, I can't just run in on this guy, because if I do, I'm gonna get clipped.
Negative. That was not Jake Paul. And that's what I'm telling you. Tyron, something happened a few fights ago, and that's where that thought has been. That is why he doesn't close it wasn't Jake Paul. It happened fights ago. And that's what Dana White was saying. Something happened to him to where now he's always like, wait a minute. He's worried about it. He's worried about his career. He's worried about movies. He's worried about and I get it. It happens to us all as we get older, but something happened where he will not step on it. And he's had in the UFC and in that match, he's had people hurt basically, and he could have got him out of there. Tyron could have got him out of there, but he didn't.
He had one opportunity to get him out of there. He's not a finisher, number one. Number 2.
He used to be. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He used to be. Hold on. Let's get to some of these comments real quick because I don't want to ignore anybody. So we got Mr.
People, tell us what you think on these points we're arguing about.
Hold on. Okay,
tell us if you agree with me. Tell us if you agree with Carl.
Okay, do you think Tyron would have won the fight if he had the same amount of training time in boxing? Okay, so that's the first question. Do you think? Do you mean 4 fights? Like if he had 4 boxing matches? I don't know.
Honestly,
maybe.
I don't think it's a
maybe. If you think about it, because he would learn how to cut the ring off. He would learn how to finish somebody. Right?
That has nothing to do with boxing.
Huh?
That has nothing to do with boxing. There's plenty of MMA guys that know how to cut off the ring.
No, they don't.
Yes, there is. And that's why I said
cut off the ring for the entirely different reason.
No. There's plenty of MMA strikers who can cut off the ring.
Darnell.
What he was doing.
This is cutting off the ring in UFC. I can grab you. You can't do that in boxing. So if you are MMA, if we are in the octagon, you can cut the octagon off. Because you know that once you get close enough to me,
most of the elite strikers in UFC can cut off the ring. You're telling me Israel Adesanya can't cut off the ring?
Only if they come from kickboxing, they know how to cut the ring off.
But that's what I'm saying. Elite strikers can do that. Tyron.
Not all elite strikers are kickboxers. I'll give you a prime example. A Dustin Poirier is a quote unquote elite striker. How much boxing has he done?
You don't think he knows how to cut off the ring?
In a boxing match? No.
I think he would. I think he would better than Tyron did.
No, well, because Dustin has got something in his soul. Dustin is mean.
Say it again.
Yeah,
Tyron doesn't have it in his soul anymore. And I'm talking like I know this motherfucker. I don't. As I'm saying, I'm just going off of excuse the language. I'm just going off of what I see.
Okay.
Tyron used to have a certain fire. And like I said, I said it when I saw him talking about this fight, and he's talking about his song. His focus is not on killing you. Remember Rocky 4? Remember, was it Rocky 3 or 4 where he got money and lost the fire?
Yeah.
Tyron got civilized, son. He's not a killer like that, but he used to be. He was a killer. That's why I really liked him. They were calling him the second coming of George St. Pierre, man. His wrestling.
He's still a fighter. There's a difference between a fighter and him being a professional fighter. He fought Woodley, who won, and Woodley is a fighter. Okay, then we got Caleb again. All right, sounds good. We got Bo Jiden again. I think he's a fighter, but not a professional fighter. Facts. Christian Zamores. Hey, can he say my name back? I think. What happened?
I think I can see the comments.
Let me see. Yeah, pull up your phone so you can see the comments. Bo Jiden, every person says that until Jake beats them. At the end of the round 4, Jake hurt Woodley. After that, Woodley stopped going forward. Bo Jiden, Tyron was obviously respecting Jake's jab. Facts. Tyron was obviously respecting Jake's jab because he knows the reach, and Tyron stated it in an interview that Jake has power. Devin, nobody realizes that Woodley went for a kill at the end of round 4 and got hurt bad. VX Shifty YT, Jake will beat you, stop playing. Jake utilized his jab in the fight. If he did straight overhand right, he will beat you. Tell this nobody to shut up. I don't know what that means, but so that's what they said so far. He did control the fight with the jab. He did keep Tyron at the end of his jab.
Let me give
facts or not.
Let me give Jake Paul his credit. He trained. He competed in a match. Okay.
That's it.
With Tyron Woodley. But what I am saying is for the level that he's trying to be at, that was amateurish at best, which is fine.
Yes, fact.
But let's not act like it's not amateurish.
It is, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. So when you put him against somebody who's striking isn't amateurish, it doesn't matter what discipline they're in, what organization they're in. It's not on the same level.
Not at all. I never put him on the same level as a professional fighter as a professional boxer or a professional UFC fighter. He's not on that. Like I said, I don't know if you watched my last thing. Tim Tebow. Jake Paul is at the top echelon of celebrity fighter. He's about to start to create the term celebrity fighter. Because this is what you have. You have fighters and you have celebrities. They may mix, right? You got fighters who become celebrities and in all types of movies and all that type of stuff and TV shows. And then you have celebrities who train in fighting. But nobody's ever been both at the same time until right now, 2021. And that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I brought up the Michael J. Whites and everything and stuff like that, because my question is, you got people calling you out. You have been in all these training camps, but you won't get in front of tens of thousands of people and compete.
Michael J. White.
He's an exception. He's a little old. But that's what I'm saying is. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when he was in his prime, he was not, and again, maybe this is past that. So maybe future
why doesn't
celebrities will
Sylvester Stallone box because he played Rocky?
Who?
Why doesn't Sylvester Stallone box because he played Rocky? I mean, I don't understand.
No. Sylvester Stallone did not practice martial arts. The people that I named, the Steven Seagals and all these guys practiced martial arts. Steven Seagal taught Anderson Silva something, right? So these guys claim.
I guess.
It's not an I guess, it's a fact.
No, I mean, I don't know what he taught. I remember watching the videos. I don't know what he was teaching them.
He still had enough respect for Anderson Silva to welcome him into his dojo, gym, whatever the heck you want to call it, and vice versa. We know Michael J. White has sparred professional boxers, has been sparring partners like, hey, I got a camp in 2 weeks. I need you to be out here. I need to spar. We know he has this. And what I'm saying is that Jake can never be, he will never get the respect of being a fighter until he actually starts to compete boxers or real current UFC guys. Then you can start to call him a fighter. But until then, He has the title of celebrity boxer. Celebrity boxer. But it's coming out of the mud. It's coming out of the ground. It doesn't have a... Remember the UFC when it first started? The UFC back then does not look like the UFC now. It was, hey, you can wear whatever the hell you want. You can wear sneakers. You can be one-armed. It don't matter.
Now, how long can that continue, though? This celebrity boxing trend.
Listen.
Like, everybody is so gung-ho. Oh, you guys in the comments, I'm reading your comments. I get it. You love him. But
no, it has nothing to do with that. No. It has nothing. I don't love him. I wanted Tyron.
Not you. I'm not saying you. I said I'm reading with the people, and it's like, I get it. You guys love him. But how long can that go on?
Well, this is the thing.
And if that's what it is, why not separate that, have that, and then have boxing?
It is.
Why do they keep mixing the two? Because that's my only issue.
What other ways can two men compete? What's the most macho way for two men to compete? It's with the fist. Don't nobody want to see it rolling around in the ground. That's whack. So what's
a dick measuring contest?
Huh? See, you play too much. Let me go to my comments because he played too much.
I do.
Bo Giant, I'm ahead to bed. See you guys. Peace out, Joe Biden. Peace out, Joe Biden. Bo Giant, peace out. Obviously, if Izzy and Anderson Silva fought Jake in a boxing match right now, they would beat him. Yeah, we already know that. Why is people keeping on hating on Jake? Why do people keep hating on Jake? Like it did not just prove you wrong. So start with the if he needs to fight a boxer stuff. I don't think he ever needs to fight a boxer. Personally, I only want to see him compete against other celebrities. There's zero reason for him to fight a boxer. Like we were talking about Canelo yesterday. There's zero reason for him to fight Canelo unless he's just looking for the $60 to $100 million check. Because
I would love to watch him fight other celebrities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That would be fine.
Yeah, he only needs to fight celebrities.
That would be fine.
All these guys that are
I'd be on board. I'd be happy.
That's it. Yeah. He's going to continue to talk trash to real fighters because he's competing. But he will never fight a real fighter. He can, even my wife, Chelsea, she was like, what about Tank Davis? I was like, he can't fight Tank. She said, why not? I said, Tank would kill him. She said, but he's way bigger than Tank. I said, Tank would kill him. It's not even like when Tank's one of those, and it was funny because Mike Jai White said the thing the other day.
Weigh?
He said,
how much does Tank weigh?
His last fight was at 140.
And what does Jake Paul weigh? 190? 190.
This is what, and I'm.
He doesn't have the skills.
That's why
I'd like
Mike.
to watch that.
This is what Mike said, and I'm like, yo,
I would like to watch that.
This is what Mike said. Mike was like, yeah, because look at Floyd. Floyd fought Logan, 200, 150. So a 50-pound weight difference. So they can do it. My point is, Mike was like, Tyron is an intellectual. All these guys, myself, all these guys are intellectuals. So there's a challenge, and with intellectuals, there's a barrier in the middle. That barrier is your intelligence. But then there's people like Tank and Canelo, where there is no barrier. It's, oh, you want to fight? Sure. You know what I mean? And that's why Tank, you talked about the killer instinct in Tyron. Tank is one of those guys, Tank is like a Pacquiao. It's fight, right? Oh, you want to fight? Sure. So that's why I said, Tank, you guys will look at his height. I'm going to look at the mental wherewithal of Tank Davis looking at another man thinking that they can beat him. He's not normal. I tell you that about Canelo. These guys aren't normal. Like when you walk into their realm and you say, hey, I can beat you, you do something to their chemistry. To these types of fighters. Am I wrong?
I agree.
Am I wrong when it comes to those types of
That would be entertaining, though. That would be entertaining.
Of course. What else is there to talk about? Oh, go ahead. Change the subject. Do you want to? Oh, you're Tim Tebow. You called it. Go ahead. We can end it there because we're getting close to an hour. Hold on. Mad people are hitting this up. Boxing, name someone in his way, 191, 205. Yes, I'm at for boxing. I think good promotion, but Jake would get beat by Canelo. Anyone remember the animated series Celebrity Deathmatch? Jake, okay.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Explain to me how on earth you thought of a football player. That's what I don't understand, how that came out of left field.
It just made sense. They're big, they're athletic, so that'll be the selling point. They're generally thought of as tough, but they're not boxers. So that's what made me think. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't want to fight anybody whose whole job is punching, because that's not a fun night.
So do you think? Oh, and after this, we got to talk about because I just want to know your perspective while I got you on the next big UFC card with Covington and Usman. But
is it? I don't know.
No, that's so the next prepared. Big UFC card. The next big UFC. There's a Darren Till fight, I guess, but I don't know who he's fighting. And then there's the big. Huh? What'd you say?
Huh?
You being stupid. Will Jake fight Tyron again?
I don't think so. I think that was Tyron's last fight. Unless he comes out, I mean, years from now, he might do some bare knuckle or something. I think he's done.
Can Tyron compete in boxing?
No. I'm a negative Nancy. What do you think?
No, I don't think he can. I think Jake can. I don't think Tyron can.
You think Jake can compete in professional?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying Jake can continue to go on with his career.
Yes. I don't think he really wants to.
What about McGregor?
I don't know. You have to see how that leg heals. I don't know. That leg is a curse. I understand.
What about License in the Nightmare, Jake?
Yeah, let's read these comments. Come on. I don't know how to turn it on.
Jake should fight Michael Bisping. The promotion is easy for.
Yes. Who said that? Who said that?
Devin. Is that a thing?
You have eyes, Devin.
Is that a thing?
You have eyes and you have a soul.
Is that a thing? That's a thing?
That's what I've been calling for from jump. I'm like, you want my respect? Fight Michael Bisping.
Really?
Former champ. He's older now. But what he will do is push the pace. He's going to fight him. And Michael Bisping is the type to go for it, get it, or get knocked out. He's not going to back off. Tyron Woodley had a habit of saying, like, oh, I'm the champ, you got to beat me. Or, oh, I didn't want to make him. Like, Michael Bisping,
really?
He'll go out.
Really?
Yeah, man.
He said Bisping is old and he got knocked out in his last fight, but he's just as big as Jake.
Yes, exactly. He got knocked out. He probably fought a little too soon. He lost to George St. Pierre, which he was doing surprisingly better than everyone thought.
Okay.
And then George submitted him. And then he wanted to redeem himself. So he took a fight, like, I think maybe a month after. It was something crazy. Okay. And he got knocked out by Gastelum when Gastelum was on a tear. And he retired.
Make sure you guys go subscribe. You guys are in here. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, guys. But go ahead. What's up? You want to make something eat?
He's old now. He's podcasting. He's touring. He's podcasting. He's retired, but
he could do it. Like you got more faith in him than Tyron?
Yes. Yes.
Really? I don't know.
He was a middleweight champ. He was the middleweight champ.
Who was?
Michael Bisping.
Is that heavier than Tyron?
Yeah, Tyron was welterweight, 170. Michael Bisping was the 185-pound champ.
Before John?
John was the 205-pound champ.
Oh.
Yeah, 185, I believe, went Anderson, Chris Weidman, Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping, then Robert Whitaker, then Israel Adesanya.
Oh.
I believe.
Oh, okay. Babe, can you bring me some watermelon? Appreciate that. Okay. All right. Okay.
He's a little older. He's going to talk trash back with him because he's British. Hey, he'll go crazy with him. It'll sell
Speaking
well.
Of Brits, you don't want to see Tommy, right?
Tommy Fury was just like Jake, amateurish, learning. And like I said, what I liked about Tommy Fury is he said it. I'm still learning. Like, that wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. I didn't know. I don't know who Michael.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching him fight Jake, but I don't think Jake's going to do that. That's not as big. That'll be huge in England.
Devin said also Bisman said he will accept the fight against Jake. Jake is perfect.
Yes, he's been saying that.
Sneaky Blue, can I join the Zoom calls? Can't join the Zoom call, bro, but you can definitely put all your questions down below. So Bisman already knows about him and called him out?
I mean, he does a podcast with other comedians, so they're always talking trash.
Oh, okay. What about Masvidal?
Masvidal's again 170, so it's Tyron's weight. It's a little bit less. And
Masvidal's smaller than Jake Paul. They look the same size whenever they're in video.
I mean, everybody looks the same size. We're both sitting down and we look the same size. They don't realize that you're 6'12", 17, like, and weigh 580 pounds. Like, everybody looks the same. It's all beard and muscle. It's all beard and muscle.
You played too much. You went a little high with that weight, ho. Watch your back.
Everybody looks
listen,
similar.
I need to know, because I see it on Instagram, but everybody knows rematches are for a reason. Can Usman beat, oh boy, Colby Covington?
Is that who's fighting next?
Yeah, that's the next big pay-per-view. The next ones are the
that's just because they don't have anybody. That's just because they don't have anybody to fight Usman. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Colby Covington. I didn't want to give him credit because of his character, but he's definitely he impressed me. He's got cardio for days. He pushes the pace, not paced. He's right there in your face with his striking, but you know, it's classic MMA striking. It's not the most polished, but his wrestling, he's on point with it. And like I said, that's what Tyron in the fight, if you noticed a couple of times, he hit him and then immediately closed the distance because his natural instinct is to grab you and slam you down. He just couldn't. But there was a couple of times where I felt like he hit him and it was like, it's right there. Hit him, you know, follow up. But that's just not his instinct. And that's why I said I don't think he'd pick somebody who's more of a striker. Like Bisbane is a natural striker.
Really?
Yeah, he was a striker. He's just an all-around MMA guy. But like champs like him, like Robert Whittaker, like him, they were strikers first. And then, you know, they just get good at everything else.
Who was better in their prime, Tyron or Colby?
Tyron.
Oh, really?
Yes. Tyron was a wrecking machine, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's really good. They were really calling him the second coming of GSP. And then...
But was his competition there?
Yeah.
Oh,
he was just steamrolling them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. He was out wrestling everybody, and then he started just really smashing them down in right hand. Then it didn't even need to go to the ground. He just started starching people with the right hand. I think Darren Till... he's a big, thick striker. He's a Muay Thai striker, but he's thick, big bones, big guy. I think he went up to 185, but he was big for 170. He's British, so he's rowdy. He's in your face. He's ready to go. I ain't scared. I fight any boy. He's ready to go. And everybody was saying if they get into a striking match, he might knock Tyron Woodley out. And Tyron just took him down and choked him right out. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Who was better in their prime, Tyron or Usman?
I think Usman's still in his prime, and we saw what happened when they fought. Tyron lost to Usman.
Was Woodley in his prime when he fought?
He had, I think something happened in the Wonder Boy fights. That's what it was, because up until then, he was a wrecking machine. And then right around there, he started getting movies. It's the same thing that happened to all of them. They become too famous. He starts making albums. He starts making, movies. And then it's like, all the fights, he's tentative. And he would say in his interviews, like, I'm the champ, you got to beat me. And it's like, you could have won. And that's what Dana started saying. He could have ended that. And that's where their bad blood came from. And like I said, I don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know him. But like I said, anytime, usually with fighters, when you see them focusing a lot on other stuff, it starts to suffer.
How old was he when he fought Usman?
I don't know. What was that? 3 years ago, maybe? So 4 years ago?
That was the loss that started his downfall, correct?
Yeah. And he's just been losing since. And it's like, some of them have been close. Some of them he just did get going. So it's like, I mean, it happens to every great champ. And that's what I'm saying. Like, before that, though, he was really good.
Okay. All right.
But also, timing is everything. Like I said, he ran into Usman on his way down, Usman's way up. So he ran into Robbie Lawler on Robbie Lawler's way down, on his way up. So.
Okay. All right.
But either way, I don't think, honestly, Jake Paul shouldn't be at 190. If he was training the way he should, he'd probably lose a little weight.
That's what I said about when they was talking about him and Canelo. I said yesterday, I said, first off, if Jake Paul were to ever fight Canelo, it would have
Is
to
it
be.
good?
It would have. Huh?
Is it good?
What?
Your watermelon?
It's chili hush.
It sounds like it is good. It sounds good. It sounds good.
Cold too. But we can end it here. I said Canelo, highest Canelo's coming is 175. Not that he can't beat Jake at any weight. Jake could have a pistol with him. Canelo's going to stop him.
That punching power.
Yeah. So I said Canelo's going to go to 175, but I said that's about as low as Jake can come down. That's the reason why the fight would have to be at 175.
Well,
because it would count. It wouldn't be an exhibition. It would count. Canelo's
next time, I said next time we will do some homework. We will have some other fights. We'll know who else is on the cards to talk about.
Oh, I know every card because I searched it yesterday.
Well, who else is fighting on the UFC card? Because I don't know.
Hold on. You want me to?
That's why I said next time, ladies and gentlemen.
I can tell you who's fighting on the UFC cards. I didn't know them. I didn't know who they were because they were just bums.
Well, who's at least the co-main
of that Colby Covington fight?
Yeah. I mean, Tyron Woodley lost to Colby Covington, and that's where I lost faith in him.
Okay, I'll tell you right now who's next. Okay, let me pull you back up. I don't want to. Okay, so we got for a Saturday. We got Derek.
Is this Saturday?
This Saturday is UFC Fight Night. Bronson versus Till. Is that a good fight?
It could be. I mean, I like Darren Till. He's funny. He's a good striker.
Do you care about the undercard, or should I move on?
I don't like Derek Brunson. Never have. I just don't like him.
Should I move on to the next?
I don't like.
Should I move on to the next card or wait?
And I think it bothers him that I don't like him.
Okay, I don't think he cares.
Because he dyed his hair.
Next fight after that is UFC Fight Night. Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann.
I know who Anthony Smith is. That's Lionheart. He fought John Jones. That's the guy. Somebody broke in his house and he UFC fought him until the cops came. He was grappling him and shit. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not next. I'm sorry. So the next big UFC pay-per-view, 266, is Alexander Volkanovski.
Volkanovski?
Oh, Volkanovski versus.
Oh,
Brian.
Volko.
Who are these guys?
That's what is he? 145-pound champ?
This is featherweight. Ugh.
Yeah, 145-pound. He's good. I mean, I don't necessarily think he won.
Oh, no wonder. That's the night that Nick Diaz fights Robbie Lawler.
What?
September 25th. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
And then it's Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler, Valentina Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy. Who's that?
All right. Bet on Valentina. Bet on Valentina.
Oh, really? She can beat her?
She beats everyone.
Oh, wow. Can she?
The only one who's ever beat her, like basically, I think was Amanda Nunes. And honestly, in their second fight, I think she won, but they gave it to Amanda.
Oh, what about that one girl who just kicked that Chinese chick in the head?
That's the next class down.
Oh, okay. And then
so it's Amanda Nunes is 135, Valentina's 125, and Rose is 115.
Oh, okay. Then after that, we got October 2nd. We got Thiago Santos and Johnny Walker.
Okay. I know who both of them are. Thiago Santos, I mean, both of them are kind of dickheads, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. So that's a good matchup because they're both hand jobs. I hate them.
The co-main is a Misha Chukhanov and I don't know.
Something Eastern European?
Yeah, I'll skip to the next one.
It's probably going to be good.
9th. Nope, I'm going to skip that because it's just some chicks fighting.
All right, that's far enough. That's far enough. Look up Glory.
Oh,
you got to watch Glory, man.
October 30th.
That is my mission, to get you into Glory.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, the October 30th, Halloween.
You like good boxing technique, right?
267. Jan Blachwitz?
Jan Blachowicz?
Oh, yeah, there you go. 267, October 30th versus Glover
Teixeira.
Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah.
Really?
Jan is he took over, he's the champ since John left. Remember, he just beat Izzy.
Oh, he's got 8 losses.
Probably. From in Europe and Siberia, they were making him fight bears and stuff. Or Poland, wherever he's from.
You want me to look up, what's it called? Glory?
Yeah.
What's it called? Glory Kickboxing?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm here to convert you and all your fans.
Let me see. What do I click?
You guys are going to thank me. Yeah.
Events.
Glory and One Championship are actually really good.
We're about to see. It's loading now.
Glory's good. You're going to be surprised.
We're going to see. It's loading now. I don't know if it can load this amount of much of BS, so we'll see. Okay. So who is this? Somebody versus. It looks like there's a Glory 78 Saturday.
Oh, that's this Saturday. Okay.
September
I got to write that down. I knew it was coming soon.
Are you cooking oodles and noodles? Yeah. Oh my God. What it's BADR versus Warzik? Badar? Hari versus Warzik? What
weight class is that?
I don't.
See, the thing with Glory is the names can really F you up, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Light heavyweight. Oh my.
Oh, is that the champ?
I guess. I don't know.
He's Brazilian?
I don't know. I've never seen these people a day in my life.
What's his name?
You can't just look at my screen.
Oh, duh.
Oh, I turned my brightness up. It went down because my charger wasn't.
Oh, I don't know who those people are.
Oh, I want you to watch.
Oh, no. Look, Pereira. That's the guy I was telling you, Pereira, who's the light heavyweight champ and the middleweight champ. And he's been like calling out Izzy because he beat Izzy in Glory.
Devin said Juan going to KO Glover. Oh, my bad. What were you saying?
Yes, and he's right. I think Jan is going to KO Glover.
I don't know nothing. Y'all just on a whole different, because there ain't the next boxing fight is De La Hoya versus. Oh, there you go.
Jan is the guy who beat Izzy.
Huh?
Jan Blachowicz.
Oh, okay.
So he's defending.
Why did Israel lose that fight? Just because he's not big enough?
Yeah, I mean, there's weight classes for a reason, and Jan isn't bad. He's pretty good. Like so.
Can Vitor Belfort outbox De La Hoya?
Which Vitor? Is he going to be natural or is he going to be on his TRT? Because there's two different Vitors.
Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
If he's all muscular, he's on roids.
Can he do it? Can he fight? I don't know his background.
I mean, he's good.
Really?
But he was good like 20 years ago. So that's what I mean. Like he's old. But De La Hoya too.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I think Jake Paul's waiting for De La Hoya to win so he could fight De La Hoya at the end of the year.
I don't think he would fight De La Hoya.
You don't think he would fight De La Hoya?
Once again, that's a boxer. I don't believe he'll ever box a boxer.
Really?
Because that'd be crazy. Like,
So you would pick De La Hoya
I don't
in
think
that
he's
fight?
crazy. Honestly, I don't think he's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't understand how everyone, like, we don't recognize what's happening.
You would
It's
pick
fine
De
what's
La Hoya
happening.
in that fight. So would
Against-
I pick De La Hoya.
Against Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Would I pick an old Spanish man who was
190.
the champion boxer against a pretend 24-year-old? His brain isn't finished developing.
At 190.
Okay, De La Hoya's head weighs 190 right now because it's full of alcohol.
Oh my God. We gotta go on that note. Okay. No, listen, I'm going for De La Hoya. I think we have to see how he looks against Vitor because that guy is big. He looks mad big.
Vitor does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a roid machine. But his skill was never, I mean, he's skilled. Don't get me wrong. But it's like he was always just, when he was at his best, he would just mob you.
What's
like
his
just
weight?
really-
What weight did he fight at?
He was I think the heavyweight champ in UFC. Like, he was like the third one or something, or fourth, or I don't remember. It was something
you
a long time
serious?
ago. A long time ago. Yeah, Vitor Belfort used to be huge. He's a Brazilian guy. And then he dropped down to 205, and I didn't think he did well. And then he went down to 185. And because when he got off testosterone, when USADA came in, he shrank down. So, but he like left. I think he was like the youngest champ before John Jones was, I think. Like that was years ago.
Oh, because
Yeah, he's
Oscar
like a
said that
legend.
in mad interviews. Oscar said, I didn't know that he was that big. He said, I might have bit off more than I could chew. I didn't know he was that big.
When he's allowed to take his supplements, he's big.
Which he's probably been doing this whole time to maintain his size.
Well, that's what happened when he got out of UFC. Like he wasn't doing well because he couldn't take it, and then he went somewhere else, and he's huge again, and just killing. I mean, but
Does he compete?
yeah, he left the UFC and went to some organization where they're not as strict.
He
and
still fights to this day?
Yeah, it's Vitor Belfort.
Oh my God. I'll be watching that. I didn't think he still
But-
fought.
The thing is, to be as old as him and as much mileage as him, you have to kind of be on something to still be fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
How old is he?
well, like I said, he was the champ in like 2001 or something.
He's obviously older than Tyron, with Tyron being 40.
He might be like 42 maybe, or he might just be 40. Because I remember he was very young, but it's mileage, you know? He's got years on him fighting.
Okay. Well,
He's one of those iconic figures in Brazil. Vitor, they all love him. Vitor Belfort.
Oh, okay. Do you
Yeah.
want me to check one more kickboxing thing or are we going to watch this Saturday?
You want to do a watch along of Glory? Oh, I can't. I have to work.
You're the weakest human on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I was with this, but he can't do it. He got to work. If he did his YouTube, he wouldn't have to.
I know. You're absolutely right. Everyone at home, chase your dreams.
So what's the next one? What's the other?
And then one championship. They're pretty good.
Just one?
Yeah, it's like UFC in China.
Ew.
They have some lighter weights.
That's where the bum came from.
Who? Ben Askren?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we sent them Demetrius Johnson
Oh, I'm sorry.
and
Am I supposed to
Eddie
know who
Alvarez.
the hell that is?
You don't know? You don't remember Mighty Mouse? Demetrius Johnson? Yeah, you don't care about lighter weights.
I love lighter weights. I don't care about UFC. It's trash. I don't know why you. So Zing versus Nicolini. Babe, I'm about to be up here. I'm about to be upstairs.
Is that so one has MMA and they also have like Muay Thai and kickboxing, and they do Muay Thai with like the MMA gloves, so not big boxing gloves.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I said one is good, son. They'll have like a 185-pound fight with UFC size glove, but kickboxing. Straight up. Like, yeah,
Are you
it's
serious?
good. Yeah, I'm dead ass.
What country is this in?
It's in China. They're trying to compete with UFC. That's the UFC of China. It's huge. Like we trade fighters back and forth. They got a lot of good ones.
Oh, so where do I
Yeah.
look? Athletes World Champ. Is there, what's this World Grand Prix?
So they like Glory and K1 used to do it, and although UFC doesn't do it for some reason. I think they used to in the original. They do like a Grand Prix thing to see who gets to. You have your rankings that allow you to compete, but then they do like a one night thing where I guess you fight 2 times in a night and you get a chance to challenge. Yeah, all the other organizations do that, but
Oh, I think I
UFC
seen Izzy do something like that when he was boxing.
Yeah, they all do that. So they'll have like a Grand Prix night where.
Oh, it's all girls on Friday. Ugh.
Oh well, I think they do guys too, but
So the
they have I started following one because I was watching my boy Nicky Holskin. He's a kickboxer and a boxer. He's boxed a few British guys you might know, but yeah.
Ooh, I probably don't know because they probably didn't box him. They probably didn't box him. Listen, it's 10 o'clock my time, so I know it's 11 o'clock your time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
It says we had 308 playbacks, so it's not as big as yesterday's video, but I'm going to continue to keep grinding this out. You guys better subscribe, but it looks like everybody from yesterday's video, because yesterday's video was pretty big. So, but you guys are introduced to my cousin Darnell. I'm going to continue to force him to make a YouTube so that you guys can hear his viewpoint on a lot of things. He's going to be very candid. And like I said,
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know which views you agreed with, which ones you disagreed with, what you loved that we said, what you hated that we said. And I know there's a lot of things I said that you hated, and I'm glad. I'm talking to you in particular. You know who I'm talking to, Baby Yoda.
I don't know who the hell he's talking. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out. Like I said, I'm gonna try to have him on as many things as possible. What sucks is that we're in a kind of a dip when it comes to fighting like events. Outside of this, everything got pushed off to the end of the year. Yeah. The Wilder Fury fight, the Canelo fight, the Teofimo Lopez fight. We're not going to get the Spence Pacquiao fight because he already lost. Who else? What other big fights are there supposed to be? Oh, we get the Anthony Joshua fight at the end of September, but I don't think he's going to lose.
Oh, when is that?
I want to say September 25th. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do you follow Anthony Joshua?
That's my man crush.
That means no. Nunes, Penny. Who's Nunes?
I do. I like workout motivation he does. Like, you know what I mean?
You watch Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. My bad. I thought you didn't have any clue. I didn't know. Who is Nunes versus Pena? Ladies' night. What does that mean?
Is it Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes? Amanda Nunes is gonna beat her up. She beats up everybody.
Amanda Nunes is fighting?
Yeah, she beats people up like men.
When is she fighting?
Obviously, Juliana Pena.
No, when?
I don't know. Whenever it is.
Unless Davison, Straight and Darnell, Tyson Fury, and Wilder will be fired. How's my battery running low when my when my computer's plugged in? Oh, it's not. I'm an idiot. It's not even plugged into the wall. All right, guys, my computer's dying. I'm gonna get out of here. You know my slogan. I would say to subscribe to my cousin, but he don't got nothing to subscribe to. So it's kind of embarrassing. But check us out next time when him and I go live for the Straight Out Content Show. And we're going to definitely up the quality of the video and everything. So on his end and on my end. So you guys can have a dope show. All right, guys. Be basic. Peace. Let me just end the stream. Let me end the stream.